my guest this week has played a huge and critical role in helping to shape today's investment world. For 5 decades, Charles Schwab has been a leader in demystifying the stock market for Americans. He has been a visionary in innovating services to help average folks make the best decisions with their money and portfolios. With over $3 trillion in assets under management and more than 10 million customer accounts, the Charles Schwab Corporation is the country's largest publicly traded investment services firm. Charles Schwab is truly a legend in the investing world, and we thank him so much for joining us this morning. Good to see you, Chuck.
Thank you, Maria. It's always a pleasure for me to be with you.
It is so great to see you, and you've seen lots of ups and downs in this market, so that's where I want to begin. Are you surprised to see this volatility this year? There's a new concern out there about inflation, a new concern about wages, and interest rates going higher. What is your customer base saying about all of this?
Well, I have to say we couldn't be any more confident about our future. We have in place a president that understands the economy, understands what makes greatness happen, understands what creates all the issues about growth, entrepreneurship, release the kinds of power that individuals have and let them go with their ingenuity. And that's what's happening in the economy. We have unleashed this very powerful machine with the tax bill, probably is number one, but also the reduction of some of the regulatory crushing things that were happening to America in terms of its innovation. So we are on a pathway, I think, for some incredible growth, and I think it's wonderful for the young people. There's going to be opportunities for them to come into the workforce, see their growth in terms of their salaries, in terms of their responsibilities, in terms of new things to be done.
Yeah, I think you make a lot of great points, and I want to come back to policy, because whether it's the tax plan and the rolling back of regulations, this president has gotten high marks in terms of these policies, but then there is the worry about the trade tariffs, which we'll get back to. But tell me what's happening at the Charles Schwab Corporation right now. You've been investing in new technologies, trying to enable new things for investors. Tell us where the growth comes from at Schwab and what changes you've made.
Well, thank goodness. In many ways, I was lucky to have started the company in San Francisco. It is a mecca of innovation, a mecca of technology. And I embraced that way back as a young person, technology as being the savior to what we could do in the financial services world. Make it more efficient, make it quicker, make it more accurate, all the things that allowed us to increase our client base, meanwhile deliver fantastic service. So technology has been at the heart and soul of our company from the day one. Today, we still do the same thing. We have a big new center that we just developed in Austin, Texas, 3 big buildings that are going in place there, all devoted to technology. And across the country, have embraced technology completely, and I think our customers really enjoy it.
So you've invested in infrastructure, technology, and just the overall client experience.
Yes, exactly. And we have, of course, many engineers who work for us, and we're always designing new tweaks, new kinds of services that we think will benefit our clients. And we try to be on the cusp, on the edge all the time of new things that will make their life easier, better, and more comfortable. And so whether it's financial planning or whether it's just a simple transaction, count on this.
I find retail investors today are smarter than they've ever been.
Oh, goodness gracious. I wish some of that would be happening in schools, too, so that the younger people could get some of the benefit of financial education. But I don't know what's happening in our public schools.
Right.
It's not happening yet.
You're right. Financial literacy is something that we've always talked about, that we agree on, that is necessary. In terms of investors today, have they been scared out of this market with the 1,000-point declines? What are you seeing from your clientele?
I don't think so. I don't think people are scared out. I think they understand that their stock markets in general, certainly go up and down. And you just have to be a long-term investor. We add money to each account as we earn our money and put it aside, and put it into our 401k or whatever it might be. And over 3, 4, 5-year periods, these little movements don't really mean anything. You look back and say, oh, okay, that was great. I bought it X, and now today it's X plus 2, whatever it might be. So I think people are accommodating and understand the volatility of the markets.
Does the growth at Schwab come organically coming in the next 5 years or through more acquisitions?
We are not much of an acquirer of other companies. We've been much more about natural growth. And we open up nearly 1 million accounts a year. It's really pretty incredible.
That is.
And we're at a very fast pace right now. And it's so fulfilling to me as the founder of the company to see the acceptance and see the number of people, new people, not just new to investing actually, which is some of the younger people that are coming in. I really enjoy seeing that also.